Good morning. Today is the day. We are going to harvest corn in the irrigated cornfield today, and I am super excited for it. But first, we're going to go try and spread some of this fertilizer. See if we can't use it. I don't know if we'll get it used up, but we're going to get some of the bean stubble done and yeah, keep this process moving. Well, we're spreading the MAP, so monoammonium phosphate, our 1152O. This is covering our phosphorus needs. And this field here, basically we have to cover the entire field, but at different rates. So there is our MAP. We perimetered it, and I guess there's just two rates, a high zone and a low zone. We're going back and forth. We got to do the little cutout in the woods over here. This part, and then these rows run the opposite direction over there, so we'll go over there and get that when we're done. But yeah, we go fast doing this at, you know, we're relatively low rates here, 140 pounds. I think the other red zone is either 100 or 120 pounds to the acre, so it goes a long ways. We cover a lot of ground. We're going 11 miles an hour, covering 120 acres an hour. That's moving. And we've already got 30 acres or 33 done in this field, so at 80 feet wide, we can get across it pretty quick. Yeah, this is that fertilizer that they brought out a week or two ago, and we put a bunch in the spreader, and then we put some in the boxes that are in the seed warehouse. So I'm trying to get the spreader empty because we need to bring some potash in, which is the 0060 that we use for potassium needs, and get that spread. But I don't want to do it until we got this empty. Got that first field done, and we got another one here. This is a little 40-acre field that we're going to do. This one should go pretty quick, long, skinny field, so efficient. We're using the product up. This bin's getting emptier. That's good. Our rate controller and our scale system are pretty darn close. We were within 200 pounds on that whole 66-acre field on the last one, so that's pretty good. I'll take that. And we'll get this one done. We shouldn't be empty yet. We've got the wheat stubble across the road from the farm where the clover is, and we've been piling the lime, but this should spread that as well. It is 9:30, and I think we're going to want to get going on harvesting corn here pretty soon. So we'll do this one and then head back and see where everybody else is at. Well, we're using it up. Level's pretty, or empties fairly evenly. Yeah, got some chunks of mud from the tires in there, but that's okay. That should be enough to do the field across the road. But we're not going to do it today. It looks actually like it might be a little muddy and sticky anyway, because we got all those tile lines that Dad's already kind of worked them down with the disc ripper, and it's still pretty wet on top from the rain we had, so I don't think it would be a good idea to do, even if I did want to take the time to do it. But let's go shell corn. Oh, let's go have some fun. So Brock's going to be here later this afternoon, I guess. So Dad's going to run combine here this morning. We'll get some end rows done and get stuff opened up. But yeah, this one should be good. Let's go, let's go. All right. Irrigated corn. I should call him, ask him. 300 yet? Does it say 300 yet? All right. Well, it's going to take a while to get end rows done here, so. Well, it sure looks like impressive corn. Oh, it'll be a while before we get any real numbers and know anything, but yeah. We got the ends along the ditch done. We got to go down and do these ends along the fence row down there. End rows are going to drag the average down, so we'll start with the low point and bring it up from there. That's a good start. That's a good start. There goes the first truck. So the farm is actually, there's a road right over there. You see the road sign? That's the road the farm is on. It's straight south there. However, there's actually two bridges in that section of road. One of them is a 12-ton bridge, the other is a 7-ton bridge, or maybe it's 10 and 7. And so we can't take the grain trucks over them. So we have to go around the block in the section here to get trucks out of here, which slows things down a little bit, but it's what it is. It'll be fine. There's our backbone. Yeah, we got a little water and some ruts there, but the lost corn or damaged corn getting run over by the machine is significantly less than the path that we had to leave when we had our Cadman hard hose traveler. So, yeah, that's yeah. Okay, well, we're getting some stuff opened up here, getting a few loads off. We've caught the trucks and we've got quite a bit on the cart. We're going to do one more round and then quit for lunch anyway. According to this, we've got about 15 acres done. Long ways to go yet. My yield readout has been converted into tons. So there's that. And when you go in here, there used to be a thing here to change that from, like pounds or tons to bushels, and it's not there. So I don't know what I did different, but anyway, you have to do a little math to convert that, and it's a good corn. It's not great corn yet, but the yield is steadily climbing. The Endros really brought it down to start with, so it's going to take a little bit of time for that to climb. Plus, the best parts of this field are a ways over there, so we'll see. We'll see. Oh, we'll check the losses here and watch the combine go by once. Losses don't look bad. I've got one kernel here. We've got 2 there. That's a couple square feet at least, so acceptable. There goes the combine. This is all corn, nice stalks, just beautiful stuff. Look at the ears here real quick. There's a really high ear placement. They're not the biggest ears in the world, but the plant population is fairly high, so there's a lot of them. So I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I mean, these are nice long ears, and they're filled out really well. We did get pretty dry back in June before we started the irrigation up, when we were still waiting for the well and the pipe and everything else to get put in, and we just weren't quite ready to go when we needed to be. So it's possible that we lost some of the top end of the yield there, and that's going to knock our field averages back just a little bit. I don't know. All right. We got another truck full. We did get the cart empty because Phil just came back, but he literally just left with the other truck, and it's lunchtime. Dad had some other stuff going on early afternoon here, so hopefully Brock's here, and we'll keep pecking away at this. Brock's here. All right, just gonna check in out here. Phil went to get something to eat too. I think we'll take both trucks up, and he can bring the third one and give us a little extra overflow for keeping up. Looks like this corn's a little wetter, 22, 23, which is still not bad. We're gonna get it anyway. Dryer's working good, 1,200 bushel an hour, taking 8 points out. That's pretty good. It's a little dry, but that'll come up. Phil likes to dry things a little extra dry for the bottom of the bin. That's gonna stay there until August or September of next year, and then gradually as we get up, we'll move it up towards 15 and a half. So anyway, all seems good. Oh, my combine seat, I've been waiting for you. Finally, back in it. So, well, yeah, we're moving right along here, or just getting started after lunch, I guess. So our yield map up there is very green and red. You can see what Endros do to our averages, especially these Endros up here in the corner there. Yeah, so field average right now, we're sitting at 228. Now, I'm not gonna act like I am disappointed with 228 bushel corn, because that is really good, but the expectations here are a lot higher. Hopefully it will continue to climb. It's better through the field here. You know, the rounds are getting better. They're climbing 245, 250, 257. we'll see. I think it gets better as we move south, but yeah, it's still really good corn no matter how you look at it. It's certainly impressive plants out here. Healthy, tall, good stalks. It looks like dang good corn, and it's pretty good corn. I would be lying at this point if I didn't say I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping for better than we're seeing. It is still climbing. The yield is getting better. The average is coming up. There's a lot of green on here. There's a 290, 303. There's some really good corn in spots. Those numbers are getting higher and higher. We got a long ways to go to get our average where I think it should be, and it is going to get better over there. We had this north side here is some of the sandier stuff on the ground. That's why we irrigate this field, because it's got some of the sandiest ground that we farm. And we were very dry several times this summer, including in June before we were irrigating, before we were capable of irrigating. So maybe that had a bigger impact than I thought. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. I mean, it's really good here. 270, 284, and then it starts to drop off a little bit. 240s. Yeah, I don't know. It's really good corn. But we've got a lot into this where we need it to be outstanding corn, and I don't know if we're quite there yet. We'll see. We'll withhold judgment until we have more data points. So one thing that I am noticing that I don't know if you'll be able to see from here or not is these center 4 rows right here. The tops of them look just a little different. They're a little frayed, a little shredded on the leaves and stuff compared to like a couple rows over there. Well, this is the 4 rows where the rain ran. These are the ones that kind of had to get bent over to go underneath the machine. And it would also be maybe where a sprayer ran. The sprayer's going to run every 3rd one of these, but the same path as the rain machine. So, yeah, I don't know if that's affecting anything. It doesn't really show up as streaking on our yield map, but it's noticeable that we tore up the leaves on the upper part of the plant with that a little bit. So we're moving along. We're up to 36 acres done here. Phil's keeping up really well. So we did bring the 3rd truck that's kind of just there for overflow, and I don't know if it's quite full yet, but Brock did have to use it at one point. At some point here, we will be sitting here with 2 trucks full and a full grain cart and have to shut down and go empty stuff, and that's okay. But having the 3rd one lets us run a lot longer, and then we'll get everything empty and we'll be able to go again. We'll probably only have to stop once here this afternoon to get caught up. We made it to the other side of the woods here. We got some endrows to do, so we'll zoom out on our field. So we're up there, we're into these longer rows, and we have ends that go from this spot all the way across and kind of break these really long rows up because they couldn't make it from one end of the field to the other. So we'll have to cut through there and do those. I'm sure our average will drop, but the corn is picking up. It is getting better. I adjusted the scale, so anything in the dark green is 250 plus. There's getting to be more of it. This corn back here in the shade by the trees got real tall. That's as tall as the combine is. Holy cow. Real tall. I don't know if it's real good, but it's real tall. I mean, that's not bad. Anything with a 1 in front of it's an average killer in this field, though. And then we get around the edge of the trees, and all of a sudden it doesn't get quite so tall. It's the competition from the trees. The corn was shaded, and so it's like, I gotta grow taller. Something's blocking my view of the sun, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing, and it never got tall enough to reach it, really. Well, we got our end rows done, and we're back in the main long rows here. That track looks a little saggy to me. It's drooping. I wonder if we've got a leak or we lost some pressure. We're gonna have to stop here before he turns. So when I get done unloading, or get empty, I'll have him stop. Oh, let's go see what we got here. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. That's all oil. 0 PSI. We've got a leak right there. So these tracks have a piston in them, and it uses oil pressure in order to keep the tracks tensioned, and we have lost oil pressure. We got a leak. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. We've lost a bolt here, and this accumulator that's why, because we lost a bolt. It's making the fittings rub and stuff. Crap. Okay. All right. Well, with no tension on that track, I really don't want to run it and turn it and, risk anything. So we're going to leave it set right here. I think if I get some wrenches and a bolt, we can put that bolt in, and then we can tighten up those two fittings, and then we can try and tension the track. And if we can get pressure back on it, we might be good. So we're going to start with that, see how it goes. That accumulator there, I don't know exactly how those work. If the fact that it's leaking means that it's lost its charge. I don't think so, but I'm not sure 100%. So, oh well. There's a green spot here. It shows it's down in the dip. We actually ran out of moisture on most of this. That's what happens. Yeah. Late season drought, I couldn't water it fast enough. But watch what the yield monitor does. The corn that went through that spot. 290. Oh, not gonna hit 300. 299. And then it starts dropping off as we climb out of it. Well, this will be our opportunity to get the trucks caught up anyway. These are both full. So we'll take one of them back and go get our stuff. All right, we need this hose and a few wrenches. All right, well, I got the accumulator tightened up. It's that fitting there that I'm having trouble getting on. There's not a lot of clearance in there, so we gotta find the right wrench. And then we hook up our hose here into the back of the tractor and try and tension it. Let's see how we do. Well, I was close. We got it to hold some pressure, which is good, but we're still leaking from that fitting. I don't quite have the right wrench to get in there, and it's too tight to get an adjustable in, so we're gonna go get something. Doesn't matter, the valve's closed, just float it. All right, well, we're gonna look in the truck and see if we happen to have the right wrench in the truck, but I doubt it, so we'll probably have to run back to the farm and get them. Well, another update. We got it tight as I can get it, and it's still leaking, which probably means the O-ring is bad. Problem is, I can't take that fitting apart very easily without removing a bunch of other stuff, or at least taking that accumulator back loose so that we can pull it away from that bolt and be able to spin that out of there, which is going to be tricky. Dang it. Well, neither of those O-rings look bad, but one of them was leaking, so we're going to replace them both. Up and running. We got our O-rings and put her back together, and it held. So we'll check it after he makes a couple rounds, make sure the pressure's still holding, but all looks good. All right, 7 o'clock. We're getting ready to lose our sunlight. But let's show a little more corn. Shelling good corn. Full moon. This is fun, working in the lights. I do love working in the lights. Oh, this is good. Well, we're not quite over to it yet, but we are. I skipped over a couple passes, and we are taking the pass right next to where our pipe got buried. So this is the end of a full planter pass, and then we had to destroy some corn there when we buried pipe. Our riser is going to be up here. We'll make sure we don't hit it when we get there. But yeah, this is kind of the spot that we watched all summer. And yeah, it was good corn. A little extra sunlight always helps. Oh, we got a row there. Oh well. The pass on the other side never got any water, so that'll kind of give us our benchmark of did we make a progress? Did we help the corn or not? Because I mean, you would look at the yield right now and say 230, that's really good corn, but it's not better than your last field, right? Which was close. And you would say the irrigation didn't help at all, but that is not at all the case, because this is really sandy ground up here, and we're definitely seeing return from it. The question is how much. That pass over there will give us an indication. I don't know that we're going to get there tonight, but we'll see. We might. Yeah, we're having some fun tonight. A nice sunset up there, bright lights, somewhat kind of clean windows. They're not clean. They're not clean at all, actually. But we can see through them. The dust is much less severe since the rain. We still got dust, but it's not nearly what it was before we got that rain. Oh man, we are having fun. Well, we'll do some more end rows. We've made it out to the road here finally. These end rows over here. There's a variety change somewhere right out in there that I'm looking forward to getting to see if the other variety jumps a little bit or not. But yeah, we're making progress. We're almost up to 60 acres for the day. I don't think we're going to work a whole lot longer, but we'll try and get these ends done here anyway. Look at the height difference between the corn in the end rows, that's the one variety, and the corn out there in the field, that's the other variety. Probably 2 foot difference in height. That's a lot. That's just genetics. It doesn't mean good or bad. We're hoping that corn's a lot better. Time will tell. We might have to make one pass through it tonight, just so I know. Just so I know. Well, we got our end rows done, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna take this pass that's right along the lane over there, but this side did not get water, and we'll see how it yields compared to the one that was on the other side there. I didn't keep track of that one separate, but this is probably the only pass in the field that I'm kind of hoping it's like, yeah, I hope it's not real good. This one and the one next to it, that one didn't get water either, because the bigger differential between them, the more our water paid, and I kind of want the water to have paid. Well, 197, 198, but look at this. I'd say that's fairly conclusive that there was a significant difference where we put water and where we did. 198, yeah, that's makes me feel a little better. So then we get past our backbone there, and this side did get watered, and it's almost instantly quite a bit better. So, and it looks better, and just, yeah, definitely the water made a difference, made a big difference. Okay, that's good. We'll do more analysis stuff once we get done with the field and we get all our data off of it, but it helped. And then this one I came over and found our variety split. That's the taller variety, this is the shorter variety. I'll just take a pass through here and see what it does. It's a good start. Well, that pass through the other variety was a little better. 267, which we're pretty happy with that. Could be the ground better over there, could be a variety. Yeah, that one streak there, it sure stands out, doesn't it? All right, I think we probably need one more round to fill these trucks, and it might be where we quit for the night. Nope, we're gonna call it there. We're just gonna quit here for the night. So this should all go on that truck pretty easily. And I want to get a weight from the grain cart, field total, what he says or what the grain cart says versus what the combine says, so I can figure out how far off we are. The combine has been reading a little bit low. The last 3 or 4 fields we've done, we've been low by 2 to 3%. So if that continues, or is still the case, this corn's a little better than what it says, and it's still good corn. Well, we ended up doing about 63 acres, which is not a bad day. With the grain cart breakdown, we lost an hour and a half there fixing that, and didn't start real early in the morning, so we'll take it. And well, it may not be as many bushels as I was hoping for. It's still a crap ton of bushels to haul out of here, so we're doing pretty good. We got a ways to go yet. We'll finish this, and then we've also got this little piece here on the corner. I'm hoping to get all of that done by Friday. 2 more days. And yeah, we are still going to do a couple of NCGA corn growers entries out here, one from each of those varieties. I don't think they're going to be anything special at this point, but I entered them, so we're going to weigh them according to the grain cart scale. and the combine scale, matching them up, we are 4.5% low. Closer to 240 than 230. That's good. That is good corn. Well, this one was a little anticlimactic, wasn't it? It's all right. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I think we're going to do just fine up there. The difference is what matters. Everything's just a little lower than we expected. So that 198, I would have thought, dryland up there. I knew it wasn't 230 bushel dryland corn, but I thought it'd been 210 to 220. And if we're 15 bushel below that, we're still seeing 40 bushel increase, maybe 50, which we only put 3 inches of rain on. So 3 inches of water the whole season. So that's still pretty good. We'll see. It's too early to draw any conclusions or kind of make those kind of judgments and conclusions, I guess. So we will see. But it's not 275 corn or 280 bushel corn like I was kind of hoping it was going to be. So it's the problem is you get your expectations too high because a 240 bushel corn is pretty darn good. We shouldn't be disappointed in that. Should not be disappointed in that at all. And I am a little bit, but it's all right. So tune in tomorrow, see how how the next day worth of that stuff goes. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. We've picked up a bunch in the last month. I appreciate that. For anybody that is new or anybody that needs a good Christmas gift for somebody that enjoys watching the channel, or maybe you need to hint to somebody else, head on over to Farm Focus, grab yourself some Borderview Farms merchandise. Very much appreciate that from you guys. And we'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.